All right, so let's talk about week one, man. So the 49ers are coming in town. These guys had our number, man, for a long time. We did beat them last year, which was really good. But hey, I don't remember the last home game that we beat the 49ers, man. I don't know when that was, right? Maybe it was in last couple of years ago. But hey, what are your predictions for this game? Opening game. I might be there. I'll try my best to be there. But what are your predictions, man? Give us your predictions, like score
Yeah,
predictions.
I think. Yeah, definitely. I think Seattle gets it done. I think Seattle gets it done. I think they're gonna win 20-14. Um, and I think they get a nice week one victory against the 49ers at home. Kind of get that home 49ers demon off our back, because you're right. We, for some reason, they have had our number, and they've had our number in Seattle more often than not lately. And so I'd like for us to get out there, get a quick statement win. I think some people are still really high on the 49ers. I don't think they're going to be a bad team at all. I don't think I see them as, a real threat in the NFC this year.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, 20-14. Seattle gets a win. Gets ready for a big game in Pittsburgh at 1-0 for sure. I think Ken Walker's gonna have a big game. I think we're gonna run the ball well. That I think it's obviously it's gonna be dependent. I think Ken Walker has a big game. I'm
How many rushing
thinking
yards?
75 plus, 75 plus, and I
Mhm.
think he gets in the end zone. Um, I think it's gonna be a big game for Ken Walker, and I do think the Seahawks get a nice victory week one.
Nice. Okay, so Ken Walker. So you're saying who's the star of the game? Like who's going to be like the star of the game on offense and defense?
I think Kevin Walker has the biggest game on offense, and then on defense, I think. I don't think about that. I don't know. I like the defensive unit as a whole. I think
Mm.
they're all gonna have to play a big part. It's hard for me to say the corners, just because I think the 49ers gonna have to come out with an interesting game plan with their lack of receivers right now.
Yeah.
They're gonna do that though. We trust them. I think that's like we trust them to do their thing against a bunch of non-starting receivers. Or were not starters last year, I should say. But I'm gonna say the D line. I'm gonna say the D line. Let's just go the D line. I would hope that we can maybe just dominate both sides of the ball up front. That would be the dream scenario, that we go out there and just dominate the trenches on both sides. To me, that would I'd come back here next Monday and just I would be so excited. It would mean so many good things. So
Yeah.
I hopefully the offensive line, and then of course statistically Ken Walker's could probably get a lot of love. I think he's gonna have a really good game.
Yeah. Well, my predictions is 24-7. I think Seahawks win this game, easily. I think Byron Murphy is going to be the star of the game, the biggest star of the game, man. I think this is his coming out party. The guy looks pissed off, that he was playing nose the whole of last year. I think he's going to get his opportunity to rush the passer. And I think he's going to have a breakout game, man. I think this is the game that we see Byron Murphy, and everybody says, like, hey, who is that guy, right? This is when he gets national attention. I think so. So I'm gonna go with Byron Murphy there, and from the offensive side, I'm gonna go JSN, man. JSN. I think he's gonna have a monster game. I think 100 yards easily. On 7 receptions. I think he's gonna have a monster game with a play action pass. And because I think what San Francisco is going to do is they're going to try to load the box up when we run on them and Kenon drives them crazy, and then basically JSN is going to eat. So I think that's going to be really good. I think it's going to be a good game for Sam Darnold. And yeah, man, let's go get this. I'm super excited, pumped up about this season, man. Tommy, what do you think? What do you want to see from this new coaching staff from Clint Kubiak? What do you want to see from them specifically? Like, and like at the end of the game, what will make you think? What will make you think like, hey, we got our guy. We're good in play calling. So, what do you want to see?
Balance. I want to see balance. I want to see efficiency. Maybe a
Mm,
little, like I love all the motion, pre-snap, eye candy we've done before. I want to see that carry over into the regular season. I'm looking at that Chiefs game. I keep thinking about that Chiefs game when that was our one real look at the starters in the preseason. I want to feel that way leaving week one about the offense that I did leaving that game. Now that we have it in its entirety, obviously they're not going to go perfect on offense, or not going to punt the ball. Like it's a football game still, but I want to leave feeling really positive about the balance and the looks, the pre-snap looks of this offense. Again, I want that. I want it to feel efficient. That would be great.
Nice. Yeah, me too, man. I just want to feel like, hey, we have an identity, right? We're running the ball, right? We have an identity on offense because it's been a while, man. I don't remember the last time, like, hey, you thought who the Seahawks were. I mean, it was, we tried to, get this scheme up with Shane Waldron, and it didn't work. The guy was, I mean, for what it's worth, I think Shane Waldron was a great scripter. He would script the first 7 plays, and it would work. He would get a touchdown, and I would be like, "Damn, man, this guy can script plays." But as the game goes on, he would fumble, and he would break apart. But I just want to see an identity throughout the game, right? I want to see balance, as you said. I want to see toughness, man. I want that toughness because that's what Seattle's about. Tough football. Running the football, and playing to our strengths. So yeah, and I want to see Mike McDonald's crazy schemes that I saw in Baltimore. Man, I think he took it a little bit easy on the guys the first year, and he's like, hey, let's learn this. Because do you remember that press conference when Mike McDonald was like, "Oh yeah, we got to make things simpler." He was trying to do too much in the beginning, but he made things simpler for them, and then the defense became a little bit better. But I want to see those crazy schemes from Mike McDonald.
Yeah, and he's had now an opportunity to kind of get his personnel in more too, which I'm excited. Defense, we've added a lot of different weapons. I'm excited to see how he uses Eamon Worry this year. That's going to be kind of our Swiss Army knife. He's not just going to sit in the back all game, and he's not just going to be in the box all game. I'm excited to see how we utilize him. He's going to be a fun player. And yeah, I'm excited to see it all. Schematically, I am excited to see both sides of the ball, and see how it goes.
All right, yeah, you guys heard it, man. I'm super excited about this game. Tune in to watch this. We're gonna be here the week after to react into all the news. It's gonna be a win, hopefully. And hopefully my prediction is right. And Ray, remember, Tommy, we're having the competition, man. The season, prediction competition. So I mean, I think you beat me last year. So I'm coming here for a revenge game. So I want
All
to win this.
right.
I want to win this one.
All right. We'll have to keep track. This year we'll have to keep a record. We'll have to keep an official record this year so we
Yeah.
know week in, week out where we're at.
Yeah, we're gonna keep a record, and our producer Dominic is gonna do that for us as well. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoy the game. Football is back. Seahawks football is back, and we'll see you guys next week. 12 men out.